rainbow.
I'll just see how it goes.
We're staying in today.
Whew. Hello friends! Today is a snowy day, which I think is the equivalent of a rainy, gloomy day in Canada. So let's do something indoors. I'm gonna prepare to bake. Tomorrow I am heading out with Roselle to go hiking. I'm very excited about it, and I am so excited in fact that I thought I would bake something. Over the years, I have accumulated a lot of pistachios, and I figured I need to do something with it. I found a recipe for this for these pistachio oat bars. So that's what we are going to attempt today. I need about a cup of pistachios for it. Silly me, I didn't bring a cup to discard my shells in. I'm too lazy to go upstairs. I figured in the meantime, as I am shelling my pistachios, let's have another little chat. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. I need like a cup of this. So hiking, I don't think I have attempted a winter hike, and I remember telling Sean that I needed to get out the house. So we went to Banff. Halfway through our walk, it wasn't really a hike, but halfway through our walk, we were like, this is impossible. And then we also fell on our bum, and it was so funny. We were walking down a bridge, like a bridge is, kind of slanted downwards, and we slipped, and we like gently fell on our bums and like slid forward ever so gently. It was just so funny. So I'm kind of curious to see what kind of adventures I get myself into tomorrow. In a couple days, it'll be the Iranian New Year, which we call Nowruz. Yes, that does mean that I get to celebrate New Year's twice. In my head, I'm like, if things don't work out on January 1st, there is always March 21st. I can do this all again in the springtime. The past couple of months have been tumultuous, to say the least. It also is a pathway to sunnier days. And it's funny, March is actually pretty cold. Like I don't know why, how. Probably because of what I've been fed in terms of knowledge as a kid. But March, even though spring starts in March, not at all warm. Oh, March is cold. Tomorrow is going to be my first hike of the year. I want to do more hikes this year than I did last year. I don't think I really did a lot of hikes because like in the summertime I decided to go to the Netherlands, and like I was working. And it's funny though, I don't know if you guys have the same thing. Like I am not a summer person. I love it when it's cold. But the degree that it gets cold in here is also a bit extreme. The heat is extreme, but the cold is also extreme. You can feel it in your jinkies that it is a time of new beginnings versus like with the Western one and on 31st of December, when it's January, you're just like, oh my gosh, but it's only January. And then January takes forever. Forever. It just always felt a bit more natural to celebrate the springtime. And for this year, I don't know. I have no idea what to expect, and maybe that's okay. Like I always go into certain situations and you always like you go in with a certain expectation of like, oh, this is a goal that I want to achieve and I'm going to do it this way and that way, but it looks a little different right now. In the sense of like with all this immigration stuff, I'm like, you know what? I'll just see how it goes. I am focusing on language learning, which I'm super excited about. I'm focusing on reading more books. I must focus on getting more sleep, sleeping at a more decent time. The other day, I was chatting with a friend of mine, Frances. She was telling me, I was telling her about these things, right? I was telling her about how I need to work on my sleep. I need to do language learning, and I must focus on myself. And she was like, hey man, have you thought about changing your perspective on that? Have you thought about maybe instead of saying that you need or you must, have you tried saying you want to? And I thought that was really interesting, because I kind of grew up, like, I consider myself kind of disciplined as a person with ADHD can be, but I do consider myself quite disciplined, and with being disciplined, I kind of connected that to needing to do things, like you must achieve certain goals in order to be, I don't know, successful or whatever. But I liked her way of thinking, where she was like, yeah, you don't need to do things. You want to do language learning. And that really got me thinking lately, like, why do I force myself to do all these things? Why can't I just change my perspective and, like, actually have a hobby? Doesn't have to be that deep. It just made me think that I don't really know how to have a hobby. As a kid even, like, I loved drawing. But in my head I was like, I need to make a profession out of this. Some things I didn't even start because I was like, I'm not going to be good at this, so why would I even start this? You know, already self-sabotaging myself. And I remember earlier this year in January, I thought to myself, hey, you know what? Not sabotaging myself. And I think I've been doing a great job. Me knowing myself, I would usually prevent myself from certain success, because happiness can also be success, right? You don't need to necessarily earn money. I'm not going to earn money by reading books. I'm not going to earn money probably doing YouTube. I'm just doing it because it makes me happy. Kind of reminds me of how I picked up volleyball again. Like, as a kid and as a teenager in my early 20s, I thought there's just no way for me to succeed in volleyball. Except that I did. Like, I have fun now. There is no coach telling me what to do. There is nobody forcing me to play volleyball. I can go on my own accord, and it's really nice. I think that is a lovely sentiment to take with me into the new year or the spring. I am making such a mess here with all of these pistachio shells, but I think we're getting there. Look at this. At some point I get so much into the shelling that I throw the shells into the pistachios and then the pistachios into the shells. So there's that. I wonder if you guys go through the same thing. Are you a perfectionist? Do you not start things because you know you're not good at it? Do you want to improve every aspect of your life? Is this normal? I don't know. I have so many questions that I do not know the answer of, but I would love to hear your input. We made it to the 1 cup mark. Let's get going. cute one.
Three Scorpios go on a hike. At the top of their hike, they stumbled upon the topic of astrology. It's how they discovered they were all Scorpios. Three friends comparing birth charts, a convenient location, is it not? Maral helped her German friend translate the zodiac signs.
Steinbock.
In Dutch, but it helped.
The Schütze.
And in German.
It's pretty cool to learn about that stuff. Like some things will.
Isn't it amazing how languages can break down any barrier? Not only did they finish their hike, they also leveled up in friendship.
Maybe.